Welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me at DMAC_LA at Twitter and Instagram. We're going to break down the whole game, all of tonight's action. But first, as always, let me know where you're repping Dodgers Nation from tonight. Give me your city, your zip code, your area code, and give me all your Dodger takes right down below in the comments. We're going to break the whole game down. What a win for the Los Angeles Dodgers. They get the win 5-2. And Carlos Correa, there's nothing like Carlos Correa's tears right now because the sweet taste of Carlos Correa's tears, actually, when I want to say the Dodgers, they get the win. The best revenge is success, and the Dodgers get it tonight. A clash, an interleague clash with the trash, and your boys in blue come out victorious. A lot of singles, only one extra base hits. Mookie Betts registers his first extra base hit tonight, and we're going to break it all down. But what a game. That was postseason-like atmosphere tonight. The energy was electric out there, and the Dodgers get the win. But we're going to get right into the action. Like I said, give me all your Dodger takes. But first, let me know where you're representing Dodgers Nation from tonight. Right down below in the comments. Let's get right into the action. We got Tampa Bay from John Perez. Jesse, the 650 Bay Area, repping the Dodgers hard. Angela Landa, Lacey Washington. Yeah, Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly was a little wild. Wink, wink, right? He trolled Carlos Correa in that inning, threw a lot of curveballs. He was very erratic in that inning. He was cardiac Joe Kelly, but give him credit. He battled, and give the bullpen credit tonight. The bullpen, like I said in the last episode, 2020 is going to be the year of the bullpen for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Before Kenley Jansen gave up that hit, the Dodgers went 4 1/3 innings without giving up a hit, a run, 3 walks, and 6 Ks. The bullpen was outstanding tonight. Caleb Ferguson was superb. Trinan came in. He did his thing. We're going to break it all down. Give me all, Joe Kelly, mad respect from Richard, Doug Crosby, Joe Kelly for president. Look, Joe Kelly, now I think we can forgive him for that Hanley Ramirez rib shot, right? Or that Howie Kendrick Grand Slam from Game 5 last year. No, we haven't forgiven him yet, but it's a start. Joe Kelly went over the head of Carlos Correa, and he was in the head of the Houston Astros. The benches were clearing, and you could feel the tension out there. Like I said, 2 of the best teams in Major League Baseball over the last 3 years, and they went at it tonight. Give the Dodgers credit. They come from behind. They get the win 5-2 tonight. We got Bill Tim from South Dakota. We got New Mexico is Dodgers Nation. Like I said, let me know where you're repping. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me at DMAC_LA, and you know how we get down. Give me all your takes down below, the hottest Dodger takes. We got Joe Kelly is my hero from Jacob, Camarillo from Getty, Bill Tim, South Dakota, New Mexico. We got Adrian Avila, strong emoji, Deborah Young, bang that can. Hey, exactly, bang that can. No trash cans tonight. Only in the opposing dugout, right? But other than that, Dodgers got the win, and give them credit. They were struggling coming into the game today. Last 3 games 3 and 4 in the Giants series, only 5 runs combined. Tonight they put a 5 spot, and they did it in the 5th inning. And the Dodgers, they were single and they were ready to mingle until Mookie Betts hit that double. But great at bats, the play discipline was there. But we got Denver in the house, Mel Rodriguez, Bivog, the Trastros. Yeah, give me your Astros burns, your Trastros burns. Have at it. Let's go. The defense, exactly. Corey Seager, he saved Adam Kolarek on that play. Adam Kolarek, he comes in relief for Walker Buehler, and first is that wild pitch, that slider that just was a disastrous slider for Caleb Ferguson, but he bounces back, and Corey Seager, he really stepped up, made a great play on defense. Really a great night for Corey Seager on both ends. He was disciplined at the plate. He got some timely hits and had some great at-bats, and it's nice to see that from Corey Seager. But here we go. We got the 5.62 Whittier. We got Jerry. We got NorCal David. We got Compton, Cali, Go Blue from Jerry. We got Montana, Paula. The bazooka was good today. Our bullpen was good today. Like I said, I'm going to keep saying it. The 2020 is going to be the year of the bullpen for the Dodgers, and tonight was another example. Walker Buehler, we could start with Walker Buehler and how he looked tonight. Look, I was not expecting Walker Buehler to give you 6-7 innings tonight. It was birthday butane tonight. I knew he was going to come out strong, and other than those 2 hard hits from Correa, gave up 3 hits total. Walker Buehler didn't have the worst night. They pulled him, and he goes, Walker Buehler on the night, he ends up going, let's see, how did Walker Buehler do tonight? He goes He goes 3 2/3 innings, 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 56 pitches, 40 for strikes. And like I said, that Correa hits the home run on a slider that just didn't bite, and he wanted to, and then Walker Buehler gave up, like I said, last year gave up 20 home runs. That's something that I want to see Walker Buehler improve upon is the home runs, get the ball on the ground. But look, that was with 2 strikes and 2 outs. He gets the hit, and Carlos Correa is somewhere in the Astros locker room crying right now because you could tell we were in his feelings. And look, the Dodgers, they got it done tonight. Here we go, back to the comments. But yeah, Walker Buehler, how'd you guys feel about his performance? He looked a little fatigued toward the end of his outing. He didn't look as stretched out and as far along as some of the other Dodger pitchers in this rotation. But look, last year, Walker Buehler, he did not feel right when he started this season last year. Last year, up until he had a slow start in April, he had a 5.22 ERA to start the year after missing most of spring training. And then from May on, he posted a 2.88 ERA. He was a top-level pitcher from there on out. So I still think Walker Buehler is going to come around. He's going to be the ace of this staff. And like I said, only a few hard-hit balls off Walker Buehler, but it was the inning where Walker Buehler just kind of lost control. The top of the third inning for Walker Buehler, or the top of the fourth inning, he starts to pitch out of the stretch, it was a rough inning for Walker Buehler, but hey, he gets his first start of the season, and the bullpen, they backed him up today, and Graterol looked great, Trinan looked great, Kenley Jansen at the end there, he gives up that hit. His cutter was spotted at 99. It was down to 88. He was walking some guys, but he gets out of that inning. You're getting some swing and miss there, which you like to see. But here we go, player of the game, Big Joe. Who's your player of the game? MVP, Joe Kelly. I call him Cardiac Joe Kelly. Look, the bottom of the 6th inning there, he pitches an inning, 18 pitches for Joe Kelly. Of those 18 pitches, 7 were for strikes, and the other remaining 11 pitches were directed at the Houston Astros. 11 balls, 1 strikeout. He gets Altuve to pop out, and then he throws it into the 10th throw. Look, I thought if that was Dodger Stadium, he would have taken out a cardboard cutout. But Joe Kelly knew it was up. Someone had to do it. Yes, I know, breaking stuff. His last outing, he throws 11 curveballs. But Joe Kelly took one for the team, and I love that troll job. That needs to be a GIF already. That has to be a GIF at this point, right, with Joe Kelly. I would just look at that whole inning. And he throws at the Astros. He was erratic, but he battled. So give him credit. Yes, he accomplished everything he wanted to accomplish in that inning. He kept the lead at 5-2, but he battled with Correa and the Dodgers to get out of the inning, and you just love to see that barking. Tempers were going to flare at some point, and Joe Kelly, he started it. And I love it. Look, the only issue I have with Joe Kelly is he doesn't look like he has very much confidence in his fastball, but give him credit. He battled. He used his breaking stuff. He preserved that lead, and he's a hero tonight for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He just was trying to, you saw the look on Bregman's face. You saw the look on Correa's face. This Dodger team is coming for that title. But here we go. Back to you guys in the comments from Bakersfield. Keep finding a way, guys. Give me all your hottest Dodger takes. Oh, we got Brother Graterol. My boy Adam, I know, is a big Graterol fan. We could talk about we could talk about Graterol, actually. I'm very excited about the bazooka, Brusdar Graterol. How you got the feel for the Red Sox at this point? The Red Sox, he didn't look good in his physical, ends up a Dodger in the Maeda trade, and we will gladly take a 19-year-old with that type of gas. Brusdar Graterol, like I was saying, he should change his number from 48 to 76 because he's straight gas, homie. You saw him out there tonight. He pitches 18 pitches, 12 strikes, 6 of his pitches clocked at 100 miles per hour or over. He was hitting 101 on the gun. And he looks like he's going to be a real asset for the Dodgers coming out of that bullpen. So much raw talent from Brusdar Graterol, and just lots of arm action. You got him in that 3-2 count. Get Springer to ground out, though. So the thing that really impresses me with Brusdar Graterol is he can throw it by guys, and he can also induce that soft contact. You saw in that 3-2 count, he gets Springer to ground out on that chopper over the middle, and it was a 1-2-3 inning, 18 pitches for 11 strikes for Graterol. How'd you guys feel about the bazooka tonight? Shouldn't have pulled him. Hi, Dinka. Dodger Blue from Vegas. Dodgers look awesome tonight, beating the cheating Stros. Love that Bregman got beaned. and Kelly made Correa cry. Exactly. Hey, exactly. He makes Correa cry. Get out your umbrellas in Houston because they're going to be Correa's tears all night long, and hopefully tomorrow when Dustin Mania unleashes on the Houston Astros. But yeah, back to you guys. MVP Joe Kelly. What's going on, No Mo FOMO? How you doing tonight? You enjoying this win? Big win. Postseason-like atmosphere tonight. Houston versus Los Angeles, two of the best teams in Major League Baseball over the last couple seasons. And it was the storylines from tonight really was the Dodgers' approach at the plate was just different. The Dodgers, they were taking pitches. Tonight, the Dodgers, they ended up they get 6 walks, 6 strikeouts, 10 hits, 9 singles, 1 extra base hit. Mookie Betts gets his first extra base hit as a Los Angeles Dodger. And you also saw that inning where he gets on and he was making scrub field over there. He was in his head. He was rushing his pitches to the plate, and really it led to that Muncy walk. So you see Mookie Betts impacting the game in so many different ways, and I was never worried about Mookie Betts at all whatsoever. Tonight, let's look at some of these numbers. We got by the way, let's get back to you guys. Back to the comments. Big night. The Dodgers win. They improved their record to 3-2, above 500 after splitting with the Giants, back on the winning end of things and getting a big win. Like I said, it was the interleague clash against the trash, and the Dodgers took out the trash tonight. And give Joe Kelly all the credit in the world. Look, you conquered 2 things in that inning. You sent a message, and you preserved the lead. Dodgers get the win. It was a great night to be a Dodger fan. Come on, Doug. Name the MVP, Joe Kelly. No mo FOMO. Tonight's MVP, yeah, I'm just going with the bullpen as a whole, but fine. Let's give it to Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly gets the MVP to go in there, be erratic, and to excite Dodgers Nation. To me, that's the biggest thing. That's the most important thing. Joe Kelly, man, and just the troll job after the fact. I'm telling you, that's going right into the GIF Hall of Fame. Trolling I can't wait to see what Dustin May and company has in store for the Astros tomorrow. Heard the men from Houston love to cheat. Big Joe from Christian Poke. MVP was Kelly and the lineup. Yes, you go, Kelly. Hit them punks. Yeah, baby. You didn't see it from Jaime. Pokey, we played small ball. Yeah, today you saw the Dodgers getting on base, hitting singles. Let's kind of break down some of the key. Really, it was the 5-for-5 inning, right? The 5 runs in the 5th inning. And you know when the Dodgers were going to get to that bullpen. 8 rookies for this Astros bullpen. And Valdez really was doing his thing earlier. He was landing that curveball, getting a lot of soft contact. But once the Dodgers got to that bullpen, they got to Valdez. You saw what this Dodgers offense is capable of. They can hit for power. They can get on base. They can play small ball. They can like I said, this is a super team, a super lineup, and there's really no holes in this lineup. And you saw today, I think one of the most encouraging developments is just Corey Seager looking so comfortable at the plate, seeing the ball so well. I love what I'm seeing out of Corey Seager tonight. Here we go. We got Daniel Kelly kick some ass. Astros from Matthew. Ricky Carter. Corey Seager for MVP has been hot and won't stop. I like that. Corey Seager hot and won't stop. But yeah, the top of the top of the 5th inning was really the turning point for the game. The top of the 5th inning. Let's break it on down because that is where really everything changed for the Dodgers. So the top of the 5th, Seager, Seager, he makes a great stop in the top half, right? And that's what you see. Normally, you make a great play on defense, and you use that momentum on offense. He gets a base hit past a leaping Correa, which is very fitting, and he's healthy. He's seeing the ball so well right now. And then Pollock. Give Pollock a lot of credit. A.J. Pollock, a big night for A.J. Pollock. Tonight, A.J. Pollock, He's really had a very quality start. Going into tonight, he was 3 for 7 with a 4.28 average. And tonight, let's see, he goes 3 for 5 with 3 singles. And he looks like he's really locked in there. AJ Pollock looks very consistent at the plate. And big night for another guy who really stepped up big for the Dodgers tonight. But Seager Pollock singles to left center. He gives the Dodgers 2-on with no outs. Kike singles, giving the Dodgers bases loaded, no outs. So bases loaded. You knew the Dodgers were going to do damage in that inning. And 3 straight singles to start the fourth for the Dodgers, a hard hit cutter for Kike Hernandez. So a nice piece of hitting right there. And that was it for Valdez. They bring Paredes to face Mookie Betts with the bases loaded, 1 out. Mookie Betts walks with the bases loaded, giving the Dodgers their first run of the night. And then Mookie Betts' second RBI as a Dodger, 2-1. And then Muncy grounds to Bregman, and he throws home. Maldonado drops the ball, scoring Pollock, making it 2-2. And then it was initially rolled. They initially rolled him out, but it was a one-hop throw, an error, and the way the shift was played. Bregman was the only guy on that side of the field, and the Dodgers, they get another run, an error by Bregman. Then Justin Turner, he gets the base hit. Justin Turner really broke things open, had the key hit tonight to spark the offense. He ignited the offense right there. And he gives the Dodgers their first lead of the night at 3-2. And a great piece of hitting by JT. JT deserves a lot of credit as well. Justin Turner, a 5-game hitting streak. Now, tonight, going into tonight, he was slashing .467, .556, and .733. Tonight, Justin Turner, he was superb. Tonight, JT, he goes 1 for 4, but a lot of, 2 strikeouts, but was working that count up there. And you like what you see out of Justin Turner. And then Bellinger, he rips one past Altuve, scores Betts, gives the Dodgers a 4-2 lead with the bases loaded. They go station to station. And then they knocked Paredes out of the game. And then in comes the former Dodgers draft pick, the former 8th-round pick in 2016, Andrew Scrubb. And the Dodgers bat around. He walks Chris Taylor, makes it 5-2. Seager grounds into that double play at the end of the inning. But 10 Dodgers came to the plate, and then the bullpen, they sealed the deal. They were lights out the rest of the way, and the Dodgers get a big road win, 5-2 over Houston tonight. But back to the comments. We got Pokey. Turner is the most reliable hitter we have. I definitely agree with that. This is a guy. He's just the hardest out on the Dodgers is Justin Turner. No question about it. He's the toughest out. And a great piece of he just looks great to start this year. Look, we're used to seeing Justin Turner start to get going in May, June, but he started, with the start of the season as it is right now, is a great thing for Justin Turner because right out of the gates, he looks locked in, and he's been a great steady force on the Dodgers offense. Taylor is reliable. Chris Taylor tonight. Taylor tonight, I was impressed with his play discipline too. He got, I think, a couple walks tonight. Chris Taylor, Turner put it right where he wanted it in the 5th. Exactly. A great piece of hitting by Justin Turner. Pushes it into right field. GG. By the way, if you have not yet, give me your city zip. Be sure to head to the Dodgers Nation store to get geared up. Get your Chico Mania shirts while they last. And then also go to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel, youtube.com/Dodgers Nation TV. And keep firing away with your comments. Joe Kelly is a Dodger legend already from Lil Squirt. Harold, so many options for Roberts. We got Riverside, California, Francisco Acuna. Muncy looked lost from Poke. We got Bakersfield, the 661. We got Tim Rogers. Need at least 5 from Big Red tomorrow. What up, Tim Rogers? How's it going, my man? Yeah, I think Dustin May. How about this? If Dustin May gives you 5 tomorrow, 5 shutout innings, you have to buy a Dustin May jersey. You got to get a Dustin May jersey. You're the Dodger jersey king, and you got to add a Dustin Mania jersey if he goes 5 shutout innings. I think Dustin May is primed to really have a great start tomorrow. Dustin May coming off that last performance where he dazzled out there. Dustin May, he turned in a phenomenal performance considering the circumstances, stepping in for Clayton Kershaw there on opening day. And I think tomorrow he has his coming out party. I think Dustin Mania has his coming out party. The opening day start was nice, but you do it against the Houston Astros. Tomorrow is going to be the most difficult lineup, the most potent lineup that he's ever had to face. The Astros, say what you want about the Astros, but they're a very dangerous lineup. And if he can handle them, then I think that that's a very big step for Dustin May. I think he's going to have a great day. I mean, if you look at his last performance, gives up 1 run, 7 hits, a lot of soft contact, 3 infield singles, and he's just dangerous. He's just dangerous out there. He's not quite there yet, but if he has another strong showing tomorrow, he's going to make a statement that he belongs in this starting rotation. So, like I said, Astros are going to be tough, but they have not seen a guy like Dustin May, in my opinion, this year as of yet. They haven't seen a guy that can throw a sinker at 98, a cutter that goes glove side at 93. If you can land his off-speed stuff, tomorrow could be a special night for Dustin May. Betts improved. Yeah, Mookie Betts is getting more comfortable. And I kind of thought going into tonight, yes, Mookie Betts can be productive against any major league team. But look, he's familiar with the Astros. He understands what it's like to play at Minute Maid Park. He's had success in Houston. Playing tonight, you knew that it was his first road game. He looked great in those Dodger gray uniforms. And Mookie Betts tonight, he drew the walk. He got the double. And you just saw Mookie Betts. When Mookie Betts puts bat on baseball and he's getting hard contact, Mookie Betts, he's just a force out there. He gets his first extra base hit as a Dodger. The Dodgers' only extra base hit of the night. He just ripped one to left. He smoked it, and you saw those $365 million hands, right? Those electric, lightning-quick wrist action just popped out in there. Man, Mookie Betts is he's going to catch fire. I mean, like I said, Mookie Betts, I was not worried about Mookie Betts at all whatsoever. You know, at some point, an MVP player is going to step up, and that just shows you that the Dodgers aren't even close to firing on all cylinders, and they get a big road win against the Houston Astros, probably the most highly anticipated regular season games in recent memory. And the Dodgers, they come from behind and get this after Walker Buehler. He goes in there, and Walker Buehler will tell you that wasn't his best night. It was not his best night at all. But the Dodgers still got it done. But back to the comments, we got hydroxy. Pokey, but that's why his WAR is so damn high. Yeah, exactly. Look at his WAR. I mean, he had a 10.4 WAR in his MVP season. He had a 6.6 WAR last year in a down year. Mookie Betts is a phenomenal player, and the Dodgers are lucky to have one of the best players in Major League Baseball on their roster. Much respect for Kelly. Us fans needed that. You hit that one right on the nail, Thatfu. Yes, I don't advocate violence, right? I don't advocate violence. I had all these Astro fans. I had some Astro fans in the DMs sending me some nasty stuff, photoshopping things on my face and that stuff, because I did a little thing where I was just poking fun at Alex Bregman getting beaten tonight. No one advocates for violence, but hey man, this is baseball, okay? And Joe Kelly, whether or not that was intentional, yes, he didn't have very much confidence in his fastball, had issues locating that fastball, but hey, he got the job done in more ways than one in that inning. But the main takeaway tonight has to be how superb the bullpen looked. I said on the first show of the year, 2020 is going to be the year of the bullpen. Kenley Jansen still leaves a lot to be desired, in my opinion, as far as the peripherals go, and his velocity is just, he was throwing 89, 91 there, and he was heavily relying on that cutter. Want to see him mix it up a little more in that inning. But hey, if he can be effective, that's great. If not, the Dodgers have the arms behind them. I mean, you're talking about the influx of just raw talent from let's go on Twitter right now. I got some Twitter stuff. I got my boy Brian Robitaille, Dodgers Nation's own. I think it was a great comparison. He says that training is one of the big X factors for the Dodgers this year, and depending on if he's the closer in 2018, we had that great season. But he said, Brian Robitaille says he could be like Brandon Morrow or Brandon Leak. So the Dodgers, when they have their runs, they find these gems. They find gems. Look, Dylan Floro in 2018 was a top 5 reliever. Brandon Leak, Brandon Morrow. The Dodgers know how to find these gems and Blake, I'm trying to be elite again. And they signed to that $10 million deal, and I think he looks like he is ready to go, and he's ready to be productive for this team. He's a major weapon coming out of the pen. But back to the comments, guys. Keep firing away. We just need a starting rotation from Pokey. We got Ricky Carter. Jansen did look better than he did the other night. That's true. He did look better than he did the other night. But Jansen, he finished the night tonight. And, he gives up that hit, and so Kenley Jansen, he's another guy that he just needs to find a way to get the most effective Kenley Jansen, and I still think that he can be productive and he can be a major contributor to this year's team. But look, Walker Buehler, he had to get that first start out of the way. Coming into tonight, he's a guy that is feasted on interleague play. In 6 career interleague starts, he was 3-0 with a 1.83 ERA, 7 walks, 44 strikeouts, and opponents were hitting just 202 against him. And then last year, he had 2 starts, 14 scoreless innings, struck out 19 with no walks. So I thought he was going to come in and dominate. And look, like I said, he got off to a slow start last year, and then he dominated the rest of the way through. And I think that he's still going to ascend to that perennial Cy Young candidate. To me, there's no question about it. But last year, he gives up 20 home runs, and that ground ball rate sat at 43%. So I want to see him get more ground ball outs. And, look, give Correa credit, man. He got one off him. But other than that, really, he did not look bad at all tonight. It was just look, the second inning, Correa hits that home run on a look. That slider just did not bite like the Walker Buehler slider that we're accustomed to seeing, and he hits it out. And, yeah, that was it. Like I said, like the situation, 2 strikes, 2 outs. He gets out of that inning. We could very well be looking at a night where Walker Buehler pitched 6 strong innings and coasted. But, hey, give Correa credit. He hit a home run, and now he's on his way home just crying, because the Dodgers got in his head and Joe Kelly stepped up for your boys in blue tonight. But here we go. We got he lost velocity, but movement, control, location a lot better. Yeah, if he can pound the zone with strikes, he was still getting some swing and miss tonight, and some nice break on his cutter. But yeah, like getting back into Walker Buehler's night. Yeah, I mean, look, if Walker Buehler's at the front of your rotation, you can beat any team in a series, okay? It's just a matter of who's going to be that second guy to step up. Is it going to be Julio Urias? Is Clayton Kershaw going to have a major bounce back year? Like I say, Clayton Kershaw last year posted a 3.03 ERA. That was his highest ERA since 2008. So can Clayton Kershaw regain his elite status? That remains to be seen. But getting back into breaking down Walker Buehler's performance tonight, so it came down to that 4th inning. So after that Correa home run, he retires 6 in a row after giving up that solo shot to Correa, and then he gives up that base hit to Brantley in the 4th, and then a 4-pitch walk to Yuli Gurriel. So 4 straight balls for Walker Buehler to Gurriel. He was using his cutter, his 4-seamer, but 6 straight balls for Buehler after pitching out of the stretch. So he goes into the stretch, he can't find the strike zone, and for the first time of the night, it looked like he was in some real trouble. And then Correa gets an RBI single out Buehler to make it 2-0 Astros. And I thought he was going to come through. Look, Walker Buehler last year, we saw all year him come through in the clutch. Last year, Walker Buehler, he was money with runners in scoring position. Last year, hitters hit just 208 with a 143 average and runners in scoring position with 2 outs. So 208 with runners in scoring position and 143 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. But unfortunately, Correa gets the hit. And then Buehler's day was done after just 56 pitches. I said, I would like to have seen him. I would like to have seen him finish the inning, but he doesn't. Kolarek comes in, and I think the main takeaway from Walker Buehler is when his stuff was on, it was electric. It was electric. It was butane. It was the Walker Buehler that's an upper echelon starter in this league and has some of the best stuff that this game has right now. But when he was missing the strike zone, especially during that sequence in the top of the 4th, he got into some trouble. The velocity was there. He didn't have the same bite on his breaking stuff, but he'll get going. There's no question about it. I don't worry about Walker Buehler, but I like the fact, too, give Joe Kelly credit, but also give Walker Buehler credit because he was also barking at the Astros, too. He was actually the guy that got it started. You know, a guy like Walker Buehler is not going to take anything from anyone, and he really started the drama out there. But how'd you guys feel about Walker Buehler's night? Like I said, a little noticeably fatigued out there towards the end. He doesn't look like he's as far along as some of the other pitchers in this rotation. You heard Dave Roberts talk about some dead arm. You saw Alex Wood get placed on the injured list. So I think that they're still adjusting. I think that guys are still hitting their stride. And like I said, I have no worry about about Walker Buehler, but give the bullpen credit. It gave them an opportunity to step up, and they did just that. So Fredo, not his best. I saw him bark at them early. You saw that, Eloy, right? Hey, he looked over there. It reminded me of against the Diamondbacks when he told them to sit the F down, that whole thing. Walker Buehler is a dog. my boy Clint Pasillas, Real FRG, calls him the Buell dog, okay? That's what he is. He's a guy that sets the tone at the top of this rotation, and I wouldn't have any other guy leading this Dodgers pitching rotation. Vegan, Astros are probably missing their trash. Yeah, no trash can banging tonight. Only thing that got banged was Correa and Bregman by Joe Kelly, okay? No camera, nothing. Look, if the Dodgers, when they win this year, we're going to get credit for that 2017 championship. I think the Dodgers could still – look, I mean, this Astros team, I wasn't very impressed with this pitching staff. Look, with Verlander sidelined for a couple weeks with a forearm strain, and Zach Greinke, I don't think that they have the firepower. You lose Garrett Cole to the New York Yankees, and you got 8 rookies out of that bullpen. I don't see a way where the Astros can make it out of the American League, which is sad for me because I want to beat that. I want the Dodgers to beat them in the World Series to get that redemption. So here we go. Buell dog from Kevin. Kevin, what'd he say? I didn't do my Vince Scully lip reading on it yet, but I just know he was talking some junk. He was letting them know that they're trash can. They're the Trastros. But yeah, so Adam Cleric, he comes in. There was really a big sequence of the game. Really, the game could have gotten away from the Los Angeles Dodgers in the 4th inning, and Adam Cleric comes in to face Reddick. He throws that wild pitch, so a very, very poorly thrown slider by Adam Cleric there, and that advanced Correa to second, Gurriel to third, and then Corey Seager saves the day with a fantastic diving stop to get the Dodgers out of the inning and keep the score at 2-0, and he saved the Dodgers another 2 runs there. If Corey Seager doesn't step up, probably one of the biggest plays of the night was Corey Seager on defense. He steps up, he makes that play, and now Adam Cleric owes him a steak. No, now Adam Cleric has to buy Corey Seager a PS5 for what he did tonight, because he gets that hit. Adam Cleric, everyone's talking smack about him and saying that he didn't come through, saved 2 runs for the Dodgers, keeps that deficit at 2, and in the very next inning, he starts it off. So you guys can give Joe Kelly the player of the game. I'm giving it to Corey Seager tonight. Siegs stepped up big, and to me, he was the biggest factor in tonight's big Dodger win. But back to the comments, guys. Keep firing away. How do you guys feel about tomorrow's matchup? I think Dustin May comes in and he builds off the momentum of his last start, and I think that it's another great step in the right direction for Dustin Mania. Juan Soto, have you ever seen a 100-mile-per-hour fastball thrown at a trash can? Juan Soto. Eloy, gotta go. Love the stream. Take care. All go blue. What up, Eloy? We'll be back later this week. Maybe tomorrow. I don't even know, man. I'm down to this, I'm just kicking it at the crib. No-hitter for Dustin May from Kevin Norman Jr. A no-hitter from Dustin May. Hey, if it happens, Kevin Norman, I'm hitting you up, man, because that would mean they would have to exceed his pitch count. You never know. You saw it happen with Buehler in Mexico when they hit that team no-hitter. So maybe a team no-hitter for the Dodgers. That's a possibility. But if it does happen, I'm hitting you up. Kevin Norman Jr. calling it right now, a no-hitter for Dustin May. Doug Crosby enjoying the replay on FS1 right now. I love it. You don't even wait. You just jump right into it. Why not, man? Hit double dip tonight, right? Watch the game, and then boom, watch it again. And then tonight, after the post-game show, you can watch the post-game show again, right? Bazooka is fire. Francisco Acuna. I didn't see my man Adam tonight from the LA Sports Report, but he reminds me of Bazooka, and that's his boy, and he got it done. I think we are so excited about Brusdar Graterol. Like I said tonight, 18 pitches, 12 strikes, and like I said, he should change his number from 48 to 76 because he's straight gas, homie. No, but Brusdar Graterol, he looks like he's going to be a real piece for this Dodgers bullpen. And the way his repertoire pitches, he can throw straight gas, and he can also induce that soft contact. If you look at it, he strikes out Maldonado at that slider at the knees on the outside corner, and it just had that nice tail on it. And, man, that was a great pitch. So I want to rewatch that one myself. So very excited. Definitely one of the big takeaways tonight is Brusdar Graterol's performance. And big pitch, too, another monster pitch. The sequence was a 3-2 count. He gets George Springer to ground out on that chopper over the middle. A 1-2-3 inning for Graterol, 18 pitches, 11 strikes. He touched 101 on the gun. So Brusdar Graterol, remember the name, the Bazooka is for real. And like I said, hey, the Dodgers bullpen, it's not just that they were putting up zeros tonight. It's the talent that you saw out there, the stuff that's going to play in the postseason. They have those kind of arms now. Look, say you want about Joe Kelly. He's one of the heroes of tonight. And we can break down his innings, 7 strikes, 11 balls, but one of those balls nailed Carlos Correa, and that's the only one that mattered tonight. But Joe Kelly, give him a lot of credit for battling because, hey, if you hit Carlos Correa, great. But then if you give up some runs and they tie at that inning or you give up 2 and you get knocked out of the game, then, hey, you're not the hero anymore. You're the guy that gave up that blew the lead. And Joe Kelly, he not only hit him, and who knows if it was intentional or not, but the barking afterward, he got Altuve to pop out. Jose Altuve. Let's check out the cheaters tonight. Let's see how they did. Let's just go back to the comments. Pokey, Dodgers' biggest weakness is opponents, rookies. Interesting. Yeah. Bazooka from Kevin Norman. Ryan Bellinger hits first bomb tomorrow too. Ryan, how you been, my man? How you been, my dude? Yeah. Hey, Cody Bellinger. Look, Cody Bellinger, he's hitting the ball hard. Cody Bellinger is still, going into tonight, Cody Bellinger, he was 4 for 17 with 1 double, slashing 235, 316, 294. He had a swinging strikeout tonight, a single, a ground out. But I think he had 2 strikeouts tonight for Cody Bellinger. But that's one of the most promising things to me about this team is they're still figuring out their offense. And Mookie Betts and Cody Bellinger have yet to play their best baseball, and you know that's inevitable. And Cody Bellinger tonight, he goes Cody Bellinger tonight, he goes 1 for 5 with 2 strikeouts, and he leaves 1 on base. He had an RBI. Justin Turner goes 1 for 4. Mookie Betts, 2 for 4. I think Mookie Betts, another big development. He looks like he's settling down with his Dodger team. You saw a more comfortable Mookie Betts at the plate. He draws that walk. He gets 2 hits, and you see what Mookie Betts is about. Look, I call it the Mookie moxie, the Mookie mentality. This guy can do so many things to impact a baseball game. He was impacting the game when he was just working the pitcher, when he was working scrubs, and Muncy gets that walk. So you can't. There's a lot of intangibles that are associated with Mookie Betts, and I think that he's going to catch fire very soon, along with Cody Bellinger. I like Cody Bellinger's approach at the plate. He's hitting and early on, the Dodgers were hitting the ball hard. They were just hitting it right to Astros players. They need a little more production from the catcher spot. Will Smith, he goes 0 for 4 tonight. He's 1 for 11 on the year. Don't look now, but do we have a catcher controversy? Because Austin Barnes, 2 for 6 on the year. But last year, I think that you stick with Will Smith's raw power, and at some point you're going to see him be a more consistent, productive hitter. 15 home runs last year at 907 OPS. Struggled, he was really hot, then he struggled, then he got hot again, and he struggled in the postseason. But I think that Will Smith at some point is going to be just what the Dodgers need, which is they don't need Mike Piazza numbers out of their catcher from a hitting standpoint. They just need a great competitive at-bat that can hit for some occasional power, and I think that's definitely something he's very capable of. But here we go. How about, give A.J. Pollock a lot of credit tonight. A.J. Pollock deserves a lot of credit. Going into tonight, 3 for 7. He adds 3 hits, 3 for 5 for A.J. Pollock. He's another guy. He's hitting the ball hard. And A.J. Pollock, look, the last game, he started that rally off with a double. And then the play where Kike Hernandez struck out or ended the game with the bases loaded. So I do like what I'm seeing out of A.J. Pollock. Sup with Jock? Harold, that's a good question. Yeah, Jock Peterson really hasn't made a very significant impact thus far. One second here, guys. Make sure these comments are going. But yeah, great night, guys. Hey, Dodgers, they get the win. That was a very satisfying victory for the Dodgers. You beat the Houston Astros, the Houston Astros. What's your favorite Houston Astros nickname? Do you like the Astros with 2 S's? Do you like the Trastros? Do you like the asterisk? Let me know down below in the comments. I'm partial to the Trastros. I think the asterisk is kind of nice too because you can throw in the logo, but they all work for me, and there's no question they stole the 2017 World Series from the Los Angeles Dodgers. And look, like I said, The Dodgers tonight, look, success is the best revenge. We don't need to resort to their thievery to get wins. The Dodgers are going to do it the right way. And, yeah, they did tonight. Let's see here. Back to you guys. Agreed, he's probably searching for home runs a bit too much. Pollock looks healthy until he's not. Can we put him in bubble wrap on Pollock from Michelle Carter? That's a great point. Like last year, he was doing okay. He hurts his elbow. He's out, and he came back, and he was on fire. He was really the best hitter for the Dodgers for about a month and a half there, and then you saw what happened in the postseason. This guy was striking out. He was a prolific strikeout machine in the postseason, but I think that there's not a lot of pressure for A.J. Pollock to carry this team, and I think that's going to bode well for the Dodgers offense. You put him in that 5, 6, 7 hole, and he can do damage down there. I think they should cement the top of the lineup. I want to see Mookie Betts as the leadoff hitter. I don't want that to change. If you want to put him at the number 2 spot, yes, I know Keith Law, he says you put him at the number 2 spot, the best hitter. I understand the analytics behind it, but I think Mookie Betts, he's played 72% of his games at the leadoff spot, and then I want to see Justin Turner with that bat control, his ability to get on base, his ability to see pitches and work counts. And if they want to go small ball, he's capable of it. I want to see Justin Turner at the 2 spot, Muncy at the 3, and then I want to see Cody Bellinger hitting cleanup. And the 5 hole, I want to see Corey Seager at the 5 hole. So I want to see Mookie, Turner, Muncy, Bellinger, and Seager. And then after that, you can have your fun. You can play around with the rest of the lineup. But Mookie is the complete opposite. Michelle Carter, I like the Astros nickname of Astros defeated by the Dodgers again. Tomorrow's nickname, LOL. I love that, right? It's all about getting these dubs. Mookie, we got no mo FOMO. I don't know. I really enjoyed the ball to the rib. Hey, me too. Hey, that was very satisfying. That was I was feeling that, man. It was cardiac Kelly there for a second, but yeah, good times. Where's Chico at in the lineup from? Oh, there you are, Adam, man. Have you been here this whole time? We were talking about your boy, Brusdar Graterol, for a hot minute there. You got to get the bazooka jersey, like I said, air quotes, get the bazooka on the back. Maybe don't even have a number. Just get like an icon of a bazooka, right? That'd be pretty sick too. But your boy showed out tonight, and he was dominating in his performance. We got Poke. Mookie is the complete opposite of Bellinger in how they approach hitting. Look, Bellinger does what he does. But look, Bellinger, last year, you can say what you want about Bellinger, but last year, Bellinger, he totally changed his game. Cody Bellinger, look at 90, he was not the strikeout machine that he was in previous years. Cody Bellinger had a much better year at the plate. And look, I mean, come on, this guy is a prolific home run hitter. 47 dingers last year and a 429 on base percentage with 95 walks and 105 strikeouts. So yes, their approach is different as far as at the beginning of the count, but look, hey, these guys have unique gifts and they have to play to their skill set. Look, you can't try to beat Mookie Betts. What Mookie Betts does with his swing, the force, how he gets that bat through the zone and he just pushes it with his wrist. He really takes a big lead to the pitcher, but hey, you got to stick with what you know how to do, and I think that both guys are going to be Dodgers for a long time, and they're both going to win World Series rings at some point. But yeah, Cody Bellinger, and then you got revenge season. 1 second here, guys. But yeah, guys, couple more takes, and couple more takes, guys. Then we're gonna wrap this up pretty soon. But big night tonight. I don't know if we're coming at you live tomorrow. Got to see what's up. But hey, these feel like postseason games. How close on a scale of 1 to 10? How'd you guys feel as far as that being a postseason game? Like, did that feel like a postseason game to you? It felt like one for me, especially. Like, I'm sick of this whole marathon, not a sprint, not a marathon thing. Call it whatever you want to call it. The fact that you expand the postseason, the whole marathon thing, or the whole sprint, not a marathon thing, is not as important as it once was. But, yeah, tonight, a big night for the Dodgers. They get the win 5-2. An 11 from Kevin, an 11 from – exactly. We were juiced up tonight. Postseason, it's all about small ball for Poke. Christian Tom, not too much time this season, but should be fun. Yeah, to me, look, if this season was a superhero, it'd be the Flash because it's going to go by fast, and before you know it, it's going to be postseason baseball. And to me, like I said, there's a lot of talk about the legitimacy of this World Series, and to me, it's going to be an extremely legitimate World Series. So I think that it's a little early to kind of make a full assessment on that because, look, you saw what COVID did already with the Miami Marlins, and they ravaged that roster already. I think it's like 15 to 17 guys at this point. So until we know how it's going to look, if we're fortunate enough to play an entire season and we get to the postseason and all the impact players are safe and you win a World Series against fully healthy rosters, let's say the Dodgers play a gauntlet of teams like the Nationals, then they get through the Yankees and they win a World Series, you can't tell me that doesn't count because to me, this 60-game World Series plus the 2017 thievery, that plus that equals one legitimate World Series. So I think Dodger fans need to realize that that this will count and it'll be 100% legitimate, and it definitely counts as ending the World Series drought. And like I said, you expand the postseason, and then that you're playing more games, and then the attrition and all the obstacles of making it through a coronavirus season and staying healthy and all that stuff. So I definitely think it's going to be a legitimate World Series. And then plus, when did Dodger fans ever care what other fan bases thought, right? As long as it's real to us, as long as we consider it a legitimate championship, that's all that matters. And on top of that, it'll just motivate the guys to go back-to-back. So make sure you're all in on this year's championship for sure. But Frankie, felt like postseason from Michelle Carter. Take it from me. Yankees, Giants, Padres fans coming to me, hoping we win. Weird other markets caring about Los Angeles. Look, we're the only team, only fan base, only market that has a chant that's dedicated to them. Look, beat LA, beat LA. I never heard beat NY, right? Of course people are obsessed with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Of course they're obsessed with Los Angeles. They hate us because they ain't us. Everyone wants to be here. Everyone wants to represent the boys in blue like you guys out there. But we got exactly from Frankie, Bellinger postseason scares me. Yeah, Bellinger in the postseason, He definitely is. He's a guy that needs to have his moment. He's a guy that needs to step up in the postseason. Cody Bellinger, for the postseason, is hitting like sub 200. Let's just put it that way. He didn't have a great postseason, and he didn't have a great postseason last year. So yeah, Cody Bellinger, he's a guy that's still growing. He's a guy that's still young. Cody Bellinger is still entering the prime of his career. So I expect big things from Cody Bellinger. And, yeah, but you're right, though. They need him to carry him. You need your best players to step up. Look, last year, who was the Nationals' best player on offense? It was Anthony Rendon. He stepped up. He made all the clutch hits. He made the clutch hit in the NLDS. He came through in the World Series. And the Dodgers, they need their best hitters to step up in October. And I think you're right on that one. Yes, I think you're definitely right. He has to match his regular season success with some postseason success, and I think you'll see a complete player there. But I think that Cody Bellinger is a guy that, look, I don't doubt that he's not working towards it. I mean, the fact that you hit 305, you hit 47 home runs, and then you still want to revamp your swing, that tells me a lot about Cody Bellinger. Look, he already has 111 career home runs, and he's a guy that I believe he's only 24 years old, if I'm not mistaken. So you're only 24, but his postseason woes, look, you saw what happened in 2017. The World Series didn't have his best showing there. He's a career 178 hitter in 36 postseason games. And in the final 4 months of last season, he hit 262 with 27 home runs, but he was still getting his walks. He was still getting in on base. So I still think the best is yet to come for Cody Bellinger. Alex Bregman's interview, Harold, what did he say? I went right on the show. What did Alex Bregman say on the interview? Fill me in. For Astros, Frankie, Ricky Carter, what inning is the fight going to happen tomorrow? Look, I think that, I don't want Dustin May to have to pitch with runners on base, so let's wait till we get to the bullpen. Maybe we can send our bazooka out there and get some chin music against Alex Bregman. I'd like to see that. But, no, look, I don't want to see anyone get hurt. Look, we had our fun tonight. Let's not let it carry over to tomorrow. Look, like I said, the best revenge is success, and you take two from the Astros. You send a message that this is a franchise that's focused on ending that drought, winning the World Series, and that's what the Dodgers do. Look, they've won more games than any team in Major League Baseball over the last decade. They don't need to worry about the Houston Astros and their one cheap, cheating World Series that no one takes seriously, okay? The Dodgers have bigger fish to fry, and, yeah, here we go. We got yes from Frankie. His stance is not doing well. Thank you, Dodger fans, for being those damn cheaters from this Yankee fan from the Philippines. My man from the Philippines. I've been to the Philippines, man. I've been to Manila. I've been to Zamboanga. Palawan. Man, the Philippines is good times, man. Shout out to my Filipino people out there rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. I think Manny Pacquiao's a Dodger fan too, right? If I'm not mistaken. Manny Pacquiao loves his boys in blue, no question about it. Ricky Carter, 8-0 tomorrow. Give me your Game 2 predictions tomorrow. I'm going to say the Dodgers, they're going to build on tonight. I think that offense, they've started to find something. I think you saw tonight working the count, the play discipline, getting on base. And I think the Dodgers tomorrow, their offense strikes early. I don't think they fall behind like they did tonight. I think the Dodgers win tomorrow. I'm going to say, I think they put up some numbers. I think considering how their the Astros, the Verlander injury kind of put them behind the 8 ball, and their backs are against the wall right now. I think the Dodgers come out and they start raking. I think the Dodgers win tomorrow. Something in the line along the lines of, let's go 7-3. I think 7-3 tomorrow. I think the bullpen will show once again why 2020 is the year of the bullpen for the Los Angeles Dodgers. I think tomorrow they're going to go with, I don't know who they Brandon Bielak. So it's 24-year-old righty. He hasn't pitched in the major leagues yet, I don't believe. I think he made it as high as AAA last year. He was called up when Verlander went to the IL. But whoever starts, you're going to see a lot of relievers. There's going to be a lot of relievers tomorrow, and the Dodgers will probably not have seen any of those relievers or any of the pitchers. So there's not going to be a familiarity there with the Dodgers, but look for Brandon Bielak unless it's been announced to someone different. But at this point, I'm pretty sure that's who they're going to be rolling with. 4-1. Our bullpen improved a lot. Ricky, 6-3. What up, Ricky? What up, Teresa? What up, Harold? What up, Poke? Replying to Teresa. Okay, we got Poke. I'm impressed. Michelle Carter. They win tomorrow, but close game, not 7-3. Well, Michelle, I'm rolling with 7-3. Let me get your game score. What are you thinking? A low-scoring affair? You think it'll be a lot of runs like that disastrous Game 5? Ugh. Ferguson is no longer a liability. Yeah, we really haven't talked much about Caleb Ferguson. And Caleb Ferguson did the damn thing tonight. So when he came in, I was thinking last year he had a 7.03 ERA outside of Dodger Stadium, but he comes in 13 pitches, 10 strikes for Caleb Ferguson. He was working in that four-seamer. It was clocking in at 96 miles per hour. He gets Reddick swinging, struck out Maldonado on a foul tip, strikes out Toro, struck out the side in the 7th, well locating that fastball. Really was painting that fastball. Very sharp night from Caleb Ferguson. Definitely want to mention him before we get out. But yeah, guys, give me those score predictions. Got a couple minutes here, and then we are going to step out. By the way, if you have not, be sure to go over to DodgersNation.com for all the best Dodger content in the game. The best Dodger writers are at DodgersNation.com. Be sure to listen to the Blue Heaven podcast by the senior editors of Dodgers Nation, Clint Pasillas and Brooke Smith. And definitely gear up. The Dodgers Nation gear up. The Chico Mania shirt is flying off the racks. Might be a few left. Head over there. And, yeah, the big thing, too, is the YouTube channel, too. You can get all these shows on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/Dodgers Nation TV. So be sure to subscribe, hit that notification button. You can follow me at DMac_LA on Twitter and Instagram. But a couple more takes, guys, and we're going to head out of this one. A big night tonight. The bullpen gets it done. The bullpen was superb. Lights out, coming in for Walker Buehler, who we broke that down a little bit. Walker Buehler still getting going. But let me know down below in the comments what your score prediction is, and we are going to head out, guys. But thanks again for rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Trinan was baller. Jansen still getting back to his best self. Mookie gets his first double. Joe Cardiac Kelly goes in, Joe Kelly goes in, and he makes the Astros cry. Carlos Correa right now is currently in the fetal position in the middle of his living room, just in tears, thinking of how Joe Kelly did him tonight. But yeah, guys, thanks again. Thanks for rocking with us, as always, here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. See you guys soon. Go Dodgers, and I'm out.